Good morning, welcome to the morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking for Ezeetrader. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, it would appear that some of the proposals or offers made on fiscal reform by the Greek government seem to have cheered the market up. There's quite a few positive aspects there which I think were being requested. Not everything's necessarily being put in the offer, but increases in VAT, etc. have been put in there, which could create sufficient a sufficient sort of a compromise for creditors to accept, and we see a continued bailout package. I think some of the figures looking at them are looking for a GDP surplus of 1% in 2015, maybe a big ask, but here you are. There's the assumption they will. So we'll see. Anyway, looking at where it is, the euros has rallied quite strongly from those figures, suggesting that the compromise may be reached. Double topping at the moment here from a 60-minute point of view. We've had a lot of support, resistance rather, along this area. If we just run back a little bit, it seems this is sort of quite a key pivotal area. Now, if again it starts failing off this morning and moving back quickly, well, I would probably look and expect it to go maybe back down towards its hourly 50. If, however, we can find a bit of support on a retrace, for the amount of times it's been knocking on those sort of levels, you can really see it from this hourly point of view. You've almost got an inverted head and shoulders, and you've got the potential real. It's sort of a higher low sort of sitting here. You just wonder if it's going to push out there and maybe give us a push now up towards that daily 50. So it's certainly got the possibilities for a bit of a push up there. It will depend on the sort of comments that we see coming out into the markets this morning. Looking at the pound dollar, bit of a different case here. We just got consolidation yesterday, bullish harami. We've seen a little push up through the Asian session. We're just short of running into the previous highs there. It could run up towards that 21. It's just so consolidated at the moment. It's very difficult in terms of which way this is going to go. Almost up to its daily R1 and prior highs. These prior highs again, a bit like the euro in terms of reaching an area of where there was supply previously yesterday, which you just couldn't break through. Just couldn't get into these levels. Maybe all that knocking on the door, it'll get through and push up maybe towards the 100 MA, hourly 100, or maybe beyond. But at the moment, difficult one to read. Looking there then at the dollar yen. Again, we've seen yesterday left a bullish harami. It's continued on that route at the moment. Sorry, yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. Continue on the way up at the moment. So some more softening of the yen against the dollar. Not the clearest of patterns going on here. It's already, we just refresh this. Yep, daily pivot's exactly where it was the previous day, so it's just so you can see how consolidated it become. It doesn't look like it's actually caught that yet, so there is a possibility it could come down and catch that, but at the moment, well, there's also possible divergences on these alleys into these prior lows there, so there's it's just sort of running into that. Any sort of break of this level may see us run back towards the 200 and onwards, but it's the Asian session moves, or the late US moves, have sort of killed this one a little bit, I think, at the moment. Difficult one to call. Okay, and finally, just one of those mornings actually looking here. It's just so many currencies already had a bit of a shove, and the Aussie dollar not quite making a pivot swing yesterday, pulled back a little bit, so it just shows it's not just really got the strength to get a real wiggle on. Probably taking some sort of positive stance from what we've seen. Sort of the market's bounce a little bit, but it could run up to the 50 MA, the 4 hourly 50 at some point if you can get a wiggle on, but it hasn't caught its daily pivot yet, so that may I mean, having run into these double tops here, we could see a continuation It's got support areas on the 21, the 100, the 34 on the way down there, but it may just resume back down towards that daily pivot, and it may be the best opportunity really, with a good probability of happening. Okay, that's it for me. News-wise today, we haven't got a significant amount of news out. I mean, it'll be any comments on the Greek situation. There's a Canadian unemployment rate and employment figures coming out at 130 on their own for a change, which may create some nice volatility around about 130 for the Canadian dollar. And Yellen is speaking at 5:30. So if you're hanging around there on Friday, Yellen is speaking. So just looking due to speak at the economic outlook of the City Club of Cleveland's Sally Grise Forum, honouring women's achievement. Okay, I don't think we'll see too much volatility around that. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.